using your calculator, just type in 3 to the power of 1.4. Should give it to you in the decimal form. So you get 4.6555. Second problem, 2.6 to the power of 4.13. Again, you don't need any grouping symbols necessarily. If you use parentheses around everything that's in the power, that's okay. Let me get 51.7416. In the third example, 5 to the power of the pi symbol is second function caret symbol. Now, if you were just to hit enter on this, if you're in auto mode, which you should be or probably are in, it's going to give you the answer in the form that you wrote it, which is an exact answer. If you want the decimals, you may need to hit the green diamond or put a decimal in your display as you enter it in order to get the decimal readout for your answer. But your solution should be 156.9925. And then finally, for square root 3. Okay. Again, we already have a decimal in our entry, so it should give us our answer. And here's the one case where you do have to round 11.5179. Okay, now, this brings me to the issue of rounding. Right, every year there's a group of people who maybe have learned wrong or have a misconception of how you round. Okay, so I want to check something really quickly and make sure that you guys don't fall victim to a couple of the common mistakes for rounding. Here's the two common mistakes. Okay, if I enter this into my calculator, 36.744986, and I divide that by 2. Okay, I get the solution 18.372493. Right, some people, so one of the mistakes is some people maybe think, and every year I find a group of people who think you just kind of work your way from the right to the left and you use rounding on everything. Okay, so some people will think that you'll start here, go 3 doesn't change the 9, but the 9 changes the 4 to a 5, which would then change the 2 to a 3. Is that how it works? Is that how rounding works? No. So what you do with rounding is you go to the decimal place that you're rounding to, you cut off right there, and then you look 1 digit to the right of it. And does this 1 digit here, 4, does that move the 2 up? No. It's going to keep it just as it is. All right, now, so that's the mistake by hand. Let me show you the mistake by calculator. So if you got this answer, but you don't fall victim to this, here's the problem. Some people, the default, or for some calculators, the default mode seems to be float 6. And so if you go to, if you hit the mode button, scroll down to where it says display digits, if you run out of batteries and have to change them and it resets everything, it's very likely it'll be in that float 6 form. If you type this problem in correctly and you hit enter, what would you base your rounding on? Yeah, so what's going to happen is your calculator will cut it off and round it to only display 6 digits. So it displays the 6th digit right here, according to your calculator correctly, is rounded up. But then if you round based on the rounded 6th digit, you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay, so make sure that your mode shows just float. Okay, not float, don't put any numbers. What float's going to do is it'll display as many digits as possible. Okay? So however many digits are available to show in your display, it'll show those. All right, so be really careful with that. It's a